Let me see who's coming in. Okay, nobody yet. And I'm just going to get the comments going. Okay, we see some people coming in. Where's my chat? There it is. Okay, all right. All right, so we have people joining now. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our Wednesday by Wednesday guest speaker series. We're going to get started momentarily. I'm just closing a few things down so I don't get interrupted. And okay, so for those of you that don't know me, my name is Renee Roberts, and I am founder of Nourish to Live RX. I'm a functional nutrition counselor, hypnotherapist, and midlife transformation specialist. So I help you navigate the minefield that is menopause and perimenopause so that you can feel amazing and thrive for the rest of your life. So before I introduce our lovely guest speaker, just a few logistics. If you have questions during this session, feel free to type them in the chat or the Q&A box. Now, because this is a more interactive session, because this is hypnosis, if you have any questions, feel free to type them in and we'll get to them when they come up, when we have a moment. Feel free, if you want to raise your hand, you're more than welcome to come on. I'll bring you on audio to ask your question as well. And if you want to say hi in the chat, feel free to say hi. Let me make sure that you guys can do it. No one, no, okay. For some reason, Zoom has changed on me. The default is that nobody can chat. I don't know what happened. It's happened for the last month and it's frustrating, but now everybody should be able to chat. So thank you, Tina. Feel free to say hi and where you're connecting from. Okay, so let's get into it. Let me welcome our guest speaker, Vickie Poole. So Vickie is going to talk tonight about hypnosis, and she's going to actually do a session with us, and it'll be fun. I'm looking so forward to this. So Vickie is a mother of 2 adult children, and she has also a cat, and she lives in the Atlanta area of Georgia and has most of her life. She's a published author, a certified hypnotist, certified life coach, certified in both NLP and EFT. And she is also called a certified transformational coach and certified master coach. She specializes in past life regression, stress reduction, and just creating a balanced life you love. She is an intuitive and works with frequencies. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm super excited about this session. We were talking before, I'm also a hypnotherapist, but I'm newer at this. So I don't do past life regression or anything. So I am super excited about this and looking forward to, seeing what this is all about. So thank you. Thank you so much. I'll pass it over to you and you can take it away.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Renee, for having me here. This is really exciting to branch out to a whole new audience. And I believe I've got some people who are going to pop in that are already part of my audience as well. But and this is a little bit different for me in that normally when I do group hypnosis or whatever, I can see everybody and I can see what they're doing. So this is a little bit different, but I will do my best without being able to see if the people are actually getting under and those kind of things. So I'm just going to jump right in with hypnosis and past life regression. What I will be doing is I will be getting you under hypnosis to getting you to as deep as I can get you. And like I said, I can't see you, so I don't know how deep you're getting. So we'll just assume you're going to go really deep. And once I get you deep, I'm going to take you through a process of going into a past life. So I'll take you through that. But what I want you to do before we even begin is, and you'll have to forgive me, I'm looking at my notes to make sure I don't leave anything out that's really important for you guys, is I want to invite you to write down your intention for accessing this past life. So what are you looking for out of this past life? What do you hope to learn? And what would you like to release? That's a really big thing. And how will that positively impact your life today? So I will give you guys just a moment to maybe jot some things down, because it's really, really important to go into this knowing exactly what you want to get out of it. Oh, thank you, Hannah.
Awesome. Yeah, in case, she said it every way so everybody can see it. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this as well. So I got to too. I want to go through this.
All right. All right. So I'll let you be my guide. So I'll watch you and see if I'm getting you in there, and then hopefully that'll work for everybody.
Am I comfortable enough in this chair? Hopefully I don't fall over, because my chair is high. It's a bar stool height.
Oh, okay.
Desk. So I'm like, hopefully.
We don't want you falling out of the chair. So I don't know if you need to go as deep.
Yeah. Oh, Tina's asking a question. Can you provide the questions again?
Yes, ma'am.
I type them in the chat too.
What are you looking for? What do you hope to learn? What would you like to release? And how will it positively impact your life today? And those are really good questions to ask yourself if you're doing anything online in a class or anything like that, because that is really, really important things to know before you dive into any learning experience. So
what are you looking for? Mm-hmm. What do you want to learn? Mm-hmm. What do you want to release? Is that what you said for the third one?
Yes.
And then how will it impact your life today?
How will it positively impact your life today?
Okay, because I'll put those in the chat. So in case somebody decides to join, you're not repeating yourself. Okay. And let me make sure I send it to everybody. I really need to figure out these these chat things, the defaults. I don't know why it changed. Okay. Okay, we have Chris just joined too. He joined late. So Chris, there's some questions in the chat. We're going to go into hypnosis. So think about these before you begin.
And I also want to say that when I do past life regressions with my clients, I usually let them choose if they want to do 1, 2, or 3 lives, because they take a little bit of time. It's kind of and it can be quite exhausting for some people to go into these different past lives. So we're only going to do 1. And then I want to let everybody know for sure that I'm going to be taking you through some steps, and you are perfectly safe the entire time. And so since I can't see people, if you, for some reason, get to some place and you feel a little bit fearful, just tell yourself you can go home, and home would be right here. So it's easy for somebody to do, but like I said, if I could see everybody, I would be able to see whether they're feeling a little scared or they're feeling unsure or whatever, and I would be able to direct them. So if you could let me know if somebody would say in the comments if they've got their questions, if they got their intention all set, then we can begin. And another question I have for you, Renee, is once we begin this, are people still going to be popping in?
They may.
Okay. Yeah. It doesn't make a sound or anything. I just wonder if is there a way you could pop something in the comments that, says if you got here late, just join wherever you can, or just sit back and listen, something like that. So they may not be able to dive in wherever they come in, but they could listen and kind of get an idea of what it's all about.
Okay. Yeah. Let me just type that now.
Okay. And just to let everybody know, there are so many things that you can learn by going into your past lives. You can learn about some health history things that you may want to know about. You can learn about different blocks that you may have in your life, and just a lot of things that may be happening now that are reflective of something that is from your past life. So there is just a plethora of things that past life regression is beneficial for.
Okay. Sorry, I just posted the questions again because I realize
Okay.
as people chime in, the problem is, it's not going to work because they don't see the chat.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. So it may not. I wonder if I can, this is so different. I'm so excited, but it's so different from, I was just seeing if there was
I
a
don't
way.
usually do it as do things as a webinar, so I know the framework is a little bit different.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, I'm not really sure if we'd be able to do that because if you're not on, they're not going to read it anyway. They're not going to see it.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So has everybody got their intention set?
I got most of mine. I was working on my
Okay, so we'll just wait just a couple more minutes.
do I have to be specific when I'm thinking about what do I want to release? I'm curious, and maybe it's not even part of that, but I'm just curious if I've had past lives at all. And if I did, do I fall into am I the same person? If that makes any sense. Like, do I fall into the same kind of ruts? You know what I mean?
In some ways, it's possible that you can have the same kind of ruts. I know one of the things that is beneficial for me when I do this is to just set an intention of going back to the past life that is the most important that I need to see for whatever is going on in my life. For if it's like a money block, if there's some kind of block that you're trying to take care of that you're having an issue with.
Okay.
So go back to the life that's the most important for me to know right now.
Okay. Based on when, okay, that makes sense. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. I think I'm good. All right.
All right. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Well, perfectly. We'll just assume everybody else is ready too. So I invite you to just go ahead and close your eyes down, relax, and focus on your breath. Just feeling your breath going in and out. And just notice as you focus your attention on your breath, it slows itself down just a little bit. And just notice that. And take that same amount of attention to the top of your scalp. And just notice how that begins to relax as well. And just feel the tension leaving your body. Just relax, relax. And let that relaxation move down your forehead to your eyelids. Your eyelids just feel so very heavy. Almost as heavy as if you had little weights attached to every single eyelash, holding your eyelids completely closed, so heavy and relaxed. And let that relaxation come down to your cheeks, to your chin, to your jaw, relaxing your entire face. Let that relaxation come down to your throat, and you may even feel the need to swallow. And that's perfectly good. Let that relaxation come down to your shoulders, going around your shoulders, removing all the tensions that you hold there. We hold so much tension in our shoulders. Just let that go. Let that relaxation come down your arms, to your elbow, to your wrist, and all the way out to the very tips of your fingers. So completely relaxed. Some people even feel a little tingling sensation in their fingers. Either way, let them relax. Let that relaxation come back up your arms to your chest, to your abdomen, your hips, your thighs, relaxing your knees, your calves, your ankles, the very bottoms of your feet, and all the way out to the very tips of your toes. And relaxing your body completely. And notice with every breath that you take and every exhale you make, you relax your body even more. And I want you to imagine in your mind's eye that you can feel roots beginning to grow out from the bottoms of your feet. Going deep, deep into the earth, grounding you into this place, keeping you safe and secure, going deeper and deeper into the earth, going all the way to the core, where Mother Earth is there with her hands out. She comes all the way up your massive, wonderful grounding roots, all the way up to your feet. And she embraces your feet with love and affection. And just feel that love permeating your entire body. And just feel it going all the way through now. Now, in your mind's eye, I want you to imagine that you're standing at the top of a beautiful staircase. And as you look at this staircase, you can decorate it however you choose. Make the handrails as plain or as ornate as you choose. The stairwell is completely lit, so it's perfectly safe. And as you look down the stairs, it has the most beautiful color of carpet that you've ever seen, whatever that is for you. And in a moment, we're going to start descending these stairs. And as we do, each and every step is going to take you deeper and deeper into hypnosis. And if you're ready to descend these stairs and go deeper into hypnosis, just nod your head. That's right, perfect. So we're standing at the top of the stairs, hand on each rail. And we're going to start with the left foot first, going down the stairs. 10, 9, 8, going deeper and deeper. 7, 6, 5, going deeper still. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Deep, deep hypnosis. And in this deep hypnotic state, I want you to imagine that you are in the perfect place for you, wherever that may be. You're in your perfect place. It may be a garden, it may be a beach, it may be a city street. Wherever it is, be there now. And I want you to see that there's a path going forward. And we're going to walk down this path. And it has a little slight incline. So we're going to go up this incline. And I'm going to count for you as you go up into this space. And each step you take on this journey, right now on this path, takes you deeper and deeper into hypnosis. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep hypnosis now. And I want you to feel that deep, deep descent into hypnosis. And feel it as every breath you bring in and every breath you exhale, as you flowing deeper and deeper into this place of amazing, wonderful hypnosis, because it's an amazing feeling. And just feel yourself there. Now, I want you to remember a time that you had a wonderful meal recently. And just think back to the last meal that you were amazed with. And visualize that. And I want you to remember a time when you had a pleasant childhood memory. Just remember. And now I want you to imagine being in your mother's womb. Be there now. And inside this womb, there's a corridor. Imagine being there, a long corridor of doors. And you can see all these doors. And with your intention in mind, I want you to pick the door that provides your intention. And go ahead and go stand in front of that door. And if you're in front of that door, you can nod your head. That's right, perfect. Now I want you to reach your hand out to the doorknob and open the door and step through. Now inside this space, I want you to look at your feet, look at your hands. And I'll remind you, if at any time you feel unsafe, afraid, just say to yourself the word home and you'll be right back into your chair where we started. So as you're in this space and you can see your hands and your feet, I want you to mentally notice if you're male or female. And maybe if you can tell what your age is by looking at your hands or feet. And if not, you can mentally ask, what is my age? And then make a note of that in your mind. You can even ask, mentally ask, what is my name? Look around. Are you inside or outside? And as you're looking around, see if you see any evidence of what the time period is that you inhabit right now. You can move about in this space however you choose. And as you're looking around, do you know the area? Who is there with you? Or are you alone? Just explore your environment in this lifetime. And I'm going to give you just a moment to do your exploration and just see or imagine the answer to your intention. Go to the key moment of this lifetime or an important event that gives you an insight into your intention. And as you're moving through this lifetime, seeing what that important event is, I want you to mentally ask yourself, what is the wisdom that you can bring back from this event, from this life that you're visiting right now? How can it impact this life in a positive way? And what do you want to release? And as you're discovering what it is you need to release, I want you to imagine that whatever it is that you need to release is a long cord coming from the sky, going in to your body. and that you have these huge scissors in your hand. And you may have more than one cord. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is that you need to release, take the scissors, these big, bulky scissors, and you raise them up over your head and you cut those cords. The amazing thing is how easy it is to do that. So now, as these cords are cut, I want you to imagine and visualize what it is that you need to bring back with you. What is the words of wisdom? What is the memory? What is it that brought you to this particular life at this particular time that you needed to know? Now I'll give you a moment to have that into your mind. And as the cords are now cut and you have what you need to bring back with you, almost imagine that you have it written down on a piece of paper. Just imagine that now. And you take that piece of paper and you fold it up and you stick it in your imaginary pocket. And then when we come out of this hypnosis, you can take that imaginary note out of your imaginary pocket and write it down in your journal. Because tonight you are going to have amazingly wonderful dreams all about what you needed to bring back with you to positively impact your life. So I want you to imagine that you're leaving this life, going back into your mother's womb. And you're going from your mother's womb to that childhood memory. And from that childhood memory to this space right here, right now, where we began. And in this space where you are, just think, what is the perspective that you needed to bring back with you that maybe you didn't think of while you were there? What's an insight about what you saw that maybe is reflective in your current life? Sometimes it could be something wonderful that's reflective positively now, and sometimes not so much. And it's okay. Just leave all of the emotion out of it and just make a note in your mind And like I said a few moments ago, tonight you are going to have amazingly wonderful dreams, helping you to see what you need to see and how you need to move forward in your life with this new insight. In a moment, I'm going to count you out of hypnosis, counting from 1 to 5. And when I get to 5, we'll be eyes open, wide awake, feeling amazing, feeling that you have been asleep for 8 hours, no matter how long it has been, feeling rested, relaxed, feeling confident, feeling secure, with no repercussions whatsoever, no headaches, no bad emotions, feeling amazing. 1, beginning that journey of ascension out of this place. 2, taking a nice deep breath in, letting it go. 3, feeling all the emotions, the positive emotions coming forth. 4, beginning to sense the room you're in. 5, eyes open, wide awake.
I didn't fall off the chair.
You didn't at all. That's a good thing. I didn't know how I was going to carry on if you did. So.
I know. Normally when I do it,
Uh-huh.
I'm in bed. Like I'm listening, I'm in bed laying, so I usually fall asleep. So
yes, I teach some self-hypnosis classes, and one of the things that I tell them is to be sitting in a chair where you've got sides and everything, so that when you're doing it for yourself, you don't end up falling out of the chair.
Yes, I had no sides, but I was very planted. So
yes. So is everybody back with us?
Yeah, if everybody could just give a little.
Yes.
Okay.
Say I'm here. Yes, yes. Okay. There's one.
Hopefully we don't have some people sleeping.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Got some more. Okay. Awesome.
All right. Perfect. I think, don't we have one more person? We want to make
Chris?
sure they're here and awake and aware, feeling good.
I'll keep an eye. There we go. Okay.
All right. Perfect. All right. So normally I would be taking the person to their death. So because that tells a lot about the life. But since I couldn't see people, I did not want to do that. So that is something that I do when I do my past life regressions. We cut cords, we do all those things, but we actually go to the death and do those things so that we're releasing anything negative from the death, whatever it may be. And it's really, really interesting what people discover, because when I actually do the sessions one-on-one, I ask them questions and I take notes about everything that they tell me. And so it's a little bit of a different process, but that was a good representation of kind of what it's like.
Okay, cool.
So are there any questions? Or any observations about what you saw or your experience?
We can let people type if they want, or if you want to raise your hand and come on and give some insight. I can talk a little bit about my insight.
All right.
It's interesting because I've not done past life regression before.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't sure what I was going to see or how I was going to feel. I go into hypnosis pretty easily just because I've done it so many times.
Yeah, me too.
So anything going on around me doesn't really faze me. But when I went in, it was interesting because it was dim.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't some bright, luscious land. It was like a dim, done like
Like a
musty,
basement or something?
like a basement, but it was old. It
Yeah.
was old. So I realized that what I was seeing was way back when.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't expect to land into a room, and I did. But there
Mm-hmm.
was really nothing in there, but it makes sense for me that happened, because what I was envisioning was like my door that I went through was the money door, right? For
Mm-hmm.
me, because I've always had issues with money, like not a good relationship with money, whether I had money or not. It was
Mm-hmm.
never really a good relationship. So for me, it was interesting because um I think what I walked into was nothing. And I couldn't even get a name. I was
Mm-hmm.
younger, but I couldn't get a name. So it was almost like I was nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't there, but I was there, if
Mm-hmm.
that makes any sense. So for me, I think that just kind of, says, okay, when I have money, I spend it. I also tend to hoard some things as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're just like, I have a hard time getting rid of things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's because I don't know, but that was
Yeah.
interesting for me.
Yeah. And I will say that if we had been doing this one-on-one and I'd been asking you questions, I would have directed you to have your mind think of another place that you could go to that might give you more insights. So that's one of the good things about, like, if it's a smaller group where you can kind of interact a little bit, or, one-on-one, is that you can actually help the person move to where they need to in this lifetime,
Yeah.
because it's not always like that one spot may not be exactly where you need to
Right.
be,
Well, and I didn't I didn't say in that spot. I did explore. I ended up going
Okay.
outside. It was definitely times before cars.
Okay.
But when you were talking about cutting the cord, it was interesting because for me, that was a kind of a little revelation to say, I think the universe always has my back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm okay. And um, it was interesting because when I went out to this other area, I was still unnoticed. There were other people around, but nobody was really noticing me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just wasn't there. I wasn't, I wasn't, I don't know. It wasn't
Yeah.
like I was poor, but I wasn't like I was a nobody, if that
So
makes
what
sense.
did that mean to you?
I just think it meant that I didn't have a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I'm bringing that through or not, that I tend to not, that I tend to hold on to things, and I tend to, when I have money, I tend to spend it because I feel like I can.
Mm-hmm.
And I tend to keep things for a long time because it's like, well, I may need them. Like, I don't want to get rid of them because I don't want to
Yeah.
have to buy it again.
Right. Right.
I go back to that. There was a time where there was a phase in my life where I didn't care. I'd get
Mm-hmm.
rid of it. And if I needed it again, who cares? But,
Right.
it goes back and forth, but I always go back to that. So I don't know. I just
So
think
did you feel like when you had the cords coming down out of the sky, how many did you see?
I saw one.
Just one? Okay.
Mhm.
And did you cut that cord?
I did.
And
Yeah.
could you feel any difference when you did?
I kind of opened up a bit. Like, I felt a relief.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like, I stood taller, I guess.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
tonight, before you go to bed, set the intention that you have a dream that fills in for you what you need to know from cutting
Okay.
that cord and how to move forward with this new dimension.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. And if you'll set that intention every day, for like the next week, then you'll be getting a little bit of insights, and you may wake up in the middle of the night and want to journal something down. Just make
Okay.
sure you do. And I will say, when that comes to me, that is the hardest thing, because it's like all of a sudden it's like, then I have to turn the light on, and then I'll be wide awake. And, so I've learned how I've got a lamp on one side of my bed that's very dim, and I'll turn that one on so I don't have a lot, and then I can journal a little bit. But
Yeah.
take the time.
Okay.
I don't know if you're a big journaler now, but to journal those insights that might come to you, like if you get up to the bathroom or you wake up, especially if those angel numbers are there, the 222s, the 1111s, and all of that. Notate that as well,
Okay.
because that's signals from your angels, your guides, the universe, about what all you just went through and
Okay. Yeah.
what to get out of it.
Well, I have a journal next to my bed, so I will make sure that it's in reach, and I
All
have the
right.
whole setup too. So yeah, absolutely. All right. Hannah made a comment as well. I don't know if you can see it. Wonderful experience. Got some amazing closure and healing from this. Thank you.
Wonderful.
I love seeing my daughter as gypsies definitely cut cords and found healing for our journey together in this lifetime. That's
Nice. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right.
Tina wants to come on to talk, so I'm going to allow
Okay.
Tina to talk. Okay, Tina.
Hello.
Hey, Tina.
Hi. I just wanted to kind of share what I went through.
Okay.
Interesting. When I went through the door, like Renee, the room was kind of dim, and there's some like greens, like a tealy green. I don't know. I'm maybe thinking about in the 60s, but an arm came through, and it was like a man's arm, and then it changed to like a younger person. And then I was in like a Western, I had a name came through, Annabelle.
Mm-hmm.
And I had blonde hair, this really fancy, I don't know what, those dresses with the, I don't know what they call them, but anyway, like it had, I had an umbrella, and I was laughing, happy, and more of the happy-go-lucky, and there was a bunch of people, but it was like a Western. There was no vehicles, just dirt.
Hmm.
Yeah, I found that interesting, and I guess for me, it's like, I was looking for something, like what was my career, or what was I like? And, I looked happy, what I saw, a glimpse of that, and
Mm-hmm.
just a different era. I guess what I got out of that is this person, I guess, was very outgoing, that I got from her, and,
Mm-hmm.
very positive. So, and that's just things right now that I'm trying to work on. Because I've been home, but anyway, but yeah, it was quite interesting. But I liked it. Like, it was really weird. It was almost like a dimension. It came into like one arm of a man that was kind of built, and then it turned into a little girl's, and then this girl came. So I was probably in early 20s, I guess. But anyway, it's quite interesting. So thank you. Yeah.
My pleasure. Let me ask you a question. As you were doing all of this and noticing all these things, what happened when we got to the cutting the cords? Did you see a cord?
I did, actually. I saw a few different cords, like
Okay.
different colored cords. So I don't know if that indicates that I was a different color as well, like a different race at one point. I don't know.
I don't know. You would have to kind of journal about that and just
Yeah.
find out what that means for you, because it could be different for everybody. They might see the same thing, but it would have a different meaning for them. So I would invite you to just sit down and journal a little bit about what you saw,
Okay.
and how it felt when you thought of them, when you saw them. How did that feel? And did you cut all those cords, or did you just cut one? What did you
No,
do?
I just cut one. Yeah.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Then that was probably intuitively we do what we're supposed to. So it was probably one that what you needed to cut, and the rest of them were beneficial.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah. Yeah, because like I said earlier, when I'm working one-on-one with someone, they can tell me things, and I can ask them, like I would have asked, do you know what that meaning is of these different colors? Is there some things that are beneficial and some things that are not? Which ones are you supposed to cut? So I would have been directing you in that process. But it sounds to me like your intuition popped in and you did exactly what you were supposed to. So kudos for that and paying attention to your intuition.
Great. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Cool. All right, I will. Oh no, sorry. I was trying to remove Tina from the. Oh, there we go. I almost kicked you out, Tina. Sorry. I was like, remove. No, I don't want to remove you from the webinar. Okay. Awesome.
All right.
Anything else? Anything else, guys? If you have any questions, feel free to type them in or raise your hand. Tina, you already raised your hand, right? Unless you have another question. But otherwise, this was great. This was really cool.
Yes, I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah. So what I do want to do is just put your information in the chat in case you guys want to connect with Vickie. And Vickie, why don't you tell us, where they can find you? I'm going to post your Instagram and your Facebook.
Okay. Basically, it is my Instagram and my Facebook. I do not have a website. It's just one of those things that right now I just don't feel the need for. And so you can reach out to me on that, or I do have an email, which is theenlightenedpeach@gmail.com. So you're always welcome to email me as well. So I would love to hear from anybody, or if you have some more questions once this is over that you that come up that you want answers to, you can reach out either Facebook, Instagram, or my email.
Awesome. Okay, cool. And I will send this information out to you guys as well tomorrow morning when I send the replay. So you guys have it. And then I'm just going to post a few more things that I normally post at the end of these. It'll just have the next session coming up in 2 weeks. And then just some of my links as well. So you have all of that information there. And I hope you enjoyed the session. I certainly did. It was good. I like doing it. I just find hypnosis so relaxing. I've never been one to meditate, but I love hypnosis because it's like a guided meditation and it just makes me feel so relaxed after. So yeah.
Yes.
All right. So Tina said, amazing experience. Thank you, Vickie and Renee.
You are my pleasure. Yes.
Awesome. Well, I will let you guys get back to your evening and have a great night. And I hope to see you back again soon. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye. We stop the recording. There we go. Okay.
All right. And all the